Welcome back. Monday morning start of a fresh trading week here on Squawk Box Asia. Now, they say it is recession-proof to be in the drinks business, more so if you're in the high-end spirits line. For its part, tequila maker Patron Spirits recently reported a doubling in its year-to-date sales volume of its flagship tequila brand in Asia-Pacific stores. Let's get the story. John McDonald joins us, COO, Chief Operating Officer at Patron Spirits International, live on set in a first on CNBC interview. John, good to see you. Good morning. You could probably make a case to say that when times are either uncertain or bad, people actually drink more?
Well, the spirits category is quite resilient. We fare better than most other categories. Yeah. Total spirits in the world was down about 1% last year.
All right, but with you guys, no?
No, not with us. Globally, we were up 10%, but in Asia Pacific specifically, we showed a 30% growth last year.
Wow. Okay, and how? I mean, have you worked it backwards and broken it down?
Well, that's a very good question. There's two key elements to that. First, it's all about the quality of the product. Our tequila is made from 100% blue agave, and then we make it the same way it's been made 300 or 400 years ago. Once the product is ready for bottling, 60 different people touch each and every bottle. Everything's done by hand. The glass is hand blown, hand labeled, hand number. We don't cut corners, and we will not, diminish the equity of our brand, no matter how big we get.
Wow. John, we were talking offline during the break earlier on. I would like to say over drinks, but it's a little bit too early for that, even for us, even for Martin and I. But my understanding is that the Asian market in spirits is dominated by Scotch, by whiskey, by cognac. They seem to be the tipples of choice, especially when you look at China. How do you break into that kind of a chokehold on the market, and how do you make money?
Or is this a new sort of new demographic, the new rich, the younger rich in Asia?
Okay, well, you asked a couple of good questions here. Let's take one at a time. The first is, how do we break into the Scotch and cognac market? We have 3 different variants, and our brand is, we have a Patron Silver, which is non-aged. It's crisp and clean, and that attracts a vodka consumer. But we have Patron Reposado, which is aged in an oak barrel for 6 months, and that attracts your lighter Scotch consumer. And then we have Patron Añejo, which is aged a minimum of 1 year in an oak barrel, and that attracts your heavier Scotch consumer. So it's very important that we continue to educate the consumer. Another important fact is many Asians have studied in the States, and they know the power of Patron. So when they come back, they don't want to drink necessarily what their father and grandfathers have drank.
Karen?
Yeah, John, I've got to agree with you. I've actually had Patron in the US corridor, and it is a very distinctive brand there with that yellow packaging. And the difference that you're spelling out here is that tequila can be seen or drunk almost like a sophisticated wine or a champagne. It's not the traditional margarita or table or tray of shots that people think it is.
That's correct. Tequila is quite versatile. Anything you can do with vodka, you can do with tequila. So instead of just making Patron margaritas, we have a lot of people experimenting with Patron Cosmopolitans, or they make it with Patron and pineapple juice. So anything you can do with vodka, you can do with tequila.
Listen, John, pleasure talking to you, sir. Thanks for dropping by. Hope to see you again soon.
Thanks so much for your time.
Pleasure's ours. Okay, we've been talking to John McDonald, COO, Chief Operating Officer at Patron Spirits International here at our Asia headquarters.